So I just scooped up this 266 XP. Somebody cut a hole in the cover, and I think these are pretty hard to find. I don't know, maybe I can epoxy this or do something. And it also looked like it had a wrap handle on it, which I don't know, somebody cut it off. I don't know. But this kill switch doesn't work. But I just want to see if this thing will fire up here. Okay. So it runs. I gotta obviously use the choke to shut it off, but that's no big deal. I mean, I can get a switch, or I've got a switch down here, a part saw, that I can take the switch off. They're only a couple bucks. So I'll sharpen this chain here. Wow, she's really oily. I'll tell you what, these things really oil like the Exxon Valdez, man. I'll tell you, I'm pretty impressed with these Husqvarnas as compared to the steel. They really seem to throw out a lot of oil. And for the price of this, for what I paid for this, you know, if you get these running right and you change the muffler, you know, whether you put a deflector on or a tube, and the tube is what I found is like the best. It doesn't give you the max performance, but you get a nice boost of power and your mileage is good. Now, I've been experimenting with these other mufflers that'll make this thing sound like a dirt bike. And I'll tell you what, I mean, if you want all power, that's the way to go. I mean, it just flows. It's just designed to produce. But it does seem like it's a little bit thirstier, which makes sense. If you're flowing more and you're drawing more through, you're going to burn more fuel. But I mean, these things, you know, cost pennies to run anyways. So if you use an extra 20 cents or 50 cents worth of gas, then so be it. One thing that I'm finding with these saws is that they're pretty reasonably priced. I mean, if you want something like a steel, you know, 361 or if you can get the 044, they're a lot more money than these. And these saws here seem to, you know, they move right along with a sharp chain. You know, so in other words, if you pick one of these up for a couple $100, or you buy a brand new Husqvarna, you know, 60C class saw, yeah, this thing's not going to outcut it, but it's not like the new saw for $800 is twice as fast as this. You might get through the log in 10 seconds with a brand new saw, and this one might take you 11 or 12, but you can easily make that back by playing with your muffler. And then, of course, you can do stuff, you know, piston mods and intake, and there's all kinds of things. And again, I'm just learning about these. I don't know. I was just actually watching a Fleet Command, I think, and it just happened to pop in there, and I was watching it, and he just happened to be talking on his video about the 61 in the series. So I'm going to go back and watch some of his videos because he seems like he's pretty knowledgeable on that. But all in all, I mean, if you can grab one of these for a couple $100 and it runs, you know, maybe you need a kill switch or you need, you know, whatever, little things. I mean, they cut wood, you know. I mean, this saw will make you enough money to pay for itself pretty quickly. And then, you know, if you want a newer modern saw with the better anti-vibe and all that, this will pay for it. And then you can sell it or keep it for a beater. I'm just going to use this tomorrow. I got to cross-cut a bunch of wood. I got about 4 face cords of wood the other day. Was delivered into the yard there. And I bucked them all up with 272, which I did put that jungle muffler on. I mean, that thing, I tell you what, that saw runs pretty good with that muffler. I mean, it almost sounds like a dirt bike. And I may do the same thing here. I already have the bracket already made. I would just have to go get some more tubing or whatnot and weld it all up. But yeah, these are, you know, they might not look like much, but if you can scoop one up for, you know, a runner for 150, 200, 250, I mean, even $300, you got yourself a 67cc saw, man. So, alrighty.